What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I last posted. Promised to be consistent, and I'm trying. So, the past 2 days, the NFL draft 2025 has been going on, and the constant story that has been trending for the last 2 days has been Shedeur Sanders um pick or draft stock getting lower and lower as the draft went on. So previously, before any draft, I'm a fan of both the NBA and the NFL. And before any draft, there are mock drafts given by different experts. Obviously, I'm not an expert, especially when it comes to NFL. But the amount of knowledge that I have is that helps me understand um, some of the reasons as to why some experts or pundits place certain players before other players or predict certain players will be picked over other players. So in most mock drafts before the actual draft this year, the NFL, so many pundits or experts had Shedeur Sanders at being picked in the first round, but that didn't happen. Um, some of them even had him in the top 10, but it didn't happen. And some of the reasons, especially after the first round, no, after the first 10 picks were made, and he wasn't chosen by any team, some of the experts say that some of the reasons he wasn't picked yet is because of his arm strength. Um, I remember someone suggesting that his stats might have been manipulated or tailored or designed in a way through through his coach, who is obviously his father. So that's one of the reasons as to why teams didn't want to choose him in the top 10. Then after the first round went on, after the first round was done with, um, people realized that there might have been more reasons. But still, there were people who were saying he didn't qualify to be a first day pick, didn't qualify to be a first rounder. So we waited for the second round. Um, I've not followed him since high school, but I can say I've followed his game since Jackson State. And then he came to Colorado, now declared for the draft. And the kind of player that I've seen him be in the games and how he performed, playing with Travis Hunter might have affected indirectly how he's viewed overall, because Travis Hunter is a spectacular player. Um, Apart from that, he's also is more of a unicorn. He's not someone that you find in every draft. So just being that special and then performing great or doing something amazing every weekend or every time they have a game might have made people overlook Shedeur's abilities. So I've watched him playing in Colorado, especially Colorado. Most games. I watched most of his games at Colorado. But after the second round, and people realized he wasn't picked yet, now people started realizing this isn't about talent. And someone even suggested on Twitter this is about control. Ocho also said this is about trying to pass a message, either to the family, the dad, or the person himself. And this made me think or wonder, why is it so important for you as an employer, for you as a team owner, as a general manager or a coach, to try to focus on my confidence that you view as arrogance, my self-awareness that you see as arrogance, um, instead of focusing on my talent. Because obviously there are so many people who would agree that Shedeur should have went um, at least at the 21st pick overall, but he didn't. And there are people who have come out clearly and tried to say because of his arrogance, because of his attitude. Remember, this is a person who hasn't had any off pitch issues, any legal issues, um, or any kind of issues that may affect his team. No locker room issues. He's shown leadership. Even when he could have went to the combine, he decided to play at his to show up at his school's pro day, something, so that the scouts can also um, be able to look at other players from his team, players that might have been overlooked or might have not been seen if not for Shedeur's decision, which means he has the leadership qualities that a quarterback is needed to have. And then, thankfully, he has been selected by the Cleveland Browns. But my issue with all these things is, why are you trying so hard, so hard to? It's like you're trying to forcefully humble someone. Someone, why is someone else's confidence or self-awareness a pain to you? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Now the Cleveland QB room has five QBs competing for the starting job. From the little knowledge I have about the NFL, the game, and the players there at the QB position, I think Shedeur has a really good chance of starting or being the backup of the starter, at least. Yeah. So in whatever you do, continue being confident, continue showing it, wear it like a badge of honor. Because there's so many people in this world. This world is so messed up that it can be even um in the most platonic relationships, like friendships, business relationships, um, intimate relationships, different kind of relationships. Meeting strangers out there, people will always try to bring you down or try to point out issues, to point out your strengths and paint them um as crime, so that they make you be ashamed of such. Because why are you trying so hard to paint someone's confidence as arrogance? Then say his attitude is the one. Some of the QBs that have been selected above him in this particular draft. And anywhere close to not anywhere close um to the player that he is. But then again, so wear that confidence as a badge of honor and be like Shedeur. Regardless of what he went through and being selected in the 5th round, 144th pick overall, he's still confident, he's still happy. I saw a video of him jumping into the pool immediately after being drafted, thanking his fans, thanking the organization for believing in him and giving him a chance. Being with his family, he has a good support system. I mean, so that's it. This was a night reflection. I just figured it was a while since I last posted, so and this is something that has been on my mind for the last 2 days, and I relate to some level in this story because I've met people try to break me or um, put me down in some way, or try to shame me for my self awareness or confidence, but it didn't shook me. It didn't shake me. Shook me. It didn't shake me. Um, so yeah, till next time.